Hi guys, today we're going to look at the solo intro to Disciples of Hell by Yngwie Malmsteen. It's got loads of great techniques. It's got alternate picking, sweep picking, loads of position shifts. This is going to be a good one. Okay, here's the first part. Now when I do this I tend to alternate pick it because he kind of palm mutes it. Makes it a bit more chunky, but feel free if you want to sweep pick it, you can do that. Right, it's basically in E minor arpeggio, and the notes are this. You've got on the A string, we've got 7 and 10, 9 on the D, 9 on the G, 8 on the B, 7 on the E, and it descends, starts with a pull off from 12 to 7 on the E, and you're just going back down the arpeggio basically. 8 on the B, 9 on the G, 9 on the D, and then back to 9 on the G. Like that. Okay, that's kind of a triplet feel when he does it. Then he goes into straight 16th notes for the next one. Right, those notes are, and again it's alternate picked, I think, or he could be slurring it, he could be just using hammer-ons and pull-offs. I tend to pick it when I do it. The notes are, that's going to be, on the G it's going to be 8, 9, 11, back to 8. Then on the D string you've got 7, 9, 10, back to 7. Then on the A we've got 6, 7, 9, back to 6. And then on the E we've got 5, 7, 8, back to 5. So you get then you got that same ascending E minor arpeggio again. But then what he does differently this time is, again we're breaking into straight 16ths again. So again you're pulling off 12 to 7 on the E, 8 on the B, 9 on the G, and then the next inversion of the arpeggio, which will be pulling off from 15 to 12, then rolling your finger along, 12 on the B, 12 on the G. So you get, then you get the same 16th note run you had before, but it's an octave higher this time. So those notes are going to be on the E string, 11, 12, 14, 11. Then we've got 10, 12, 13, back to 10 on the B. Then we've got 8, 9, 11, back to 8 on the G, and then on the D string we've got 7, 9, 10, back to 7. Right, next bar. Right, this is, now it goes E major arpeggio. For that we've got 13 on the G, 12 on the B, 12 on the E, and then we're going to do a pull off from 16 to 12, and then back up to 16, and then once you get to that one, you slide it up to 19. So you slide it up to 19, pull off onto 16, then you've got 17 on the B, 16 on the G. I should also mention he tends to slide into these a lot on the first note. Alright, so there's the E major arpeggio, and then he's going to do a series of descending A minor arpeggios. Similar to what he does on As Above So Below, but he's starting from a higher inversion. And for all of these, what I'm doing is I'm picking down on the first note, pulling off onto the next note, and then I'm doing 2 up sweeps for the other 2 notes. So you're going to pick down, in this case, 20th fret, pulling off onto 17. Then I roll my finger over, 17 on the B, 17 on the G, and those 2, just a little up sweep. And I'm going to use that for each one of these little descending figures. So I've got next one, this time I'm pulling off from 17 to 12 on the E, then 13 on the B, 14 on the G. Then the next one, pulling off from 12 to 8 on the E, 10 on the B, 9 on the G. And then finally, basically the same pattern that I played up here, but it's an octave lower now, pulling off 8 to 5 on the E, then 5 on the B, 5 on the G. So you get this whole little sequence. Ooh, do that again. Like that. Okay, the next bit is he plays a D major arpeggio, just like I did the previous E major. The notes are 11 on the G, 10 on the B, 10 on the E. Then I'm going to do a little pull off from 14 to 10, pick 14 again, then slide up to 17, pull off onto 14, play 15 on the B, 14 on the G. Okay, the next one's going to be a G major arpeggio. This time he starts it off with a little trill. Right, so what he does there is he does a hammer pull off from 7 to 10, back to 7 on the E, plays 8 on the B, then 7 on the G, back to 8 on the B, back to 7 on the G, then slide that down to 4 on the G, then plays 7 again on the G, back to 4, and then 5 on the D string. We're going to get this familiar pattern again, this time over a C major arpeggio. Those notes are 9 on the G, 8 on the B, 8 on the E, pull off from 7 to 8 on the E, pick 12 again, slide up to 15, pull off onto 12, 13 on the B, 12 on the G. Then same pattern again, this time this is going to be an F major arpeggio. So those notes are 14 on the G, 13 on the B, 13 on the E, pulling off from 17 to 13 on the E, playing 17 again, then slide up to 20, pull off onto 17, 18 on the B, 17 on the G. Like that. Then we're back into straight sixteenths again. Right, so that starts off with descending E minor arpeggio. So I'm pulling off from 19 to 15 on the E, 17 on the B, 16 on the G. And then the next inversion down, that's going to be pulling off 15 to 12, then 12 on the B, 12 on the G. Then we get this. This is basically a C major arpeggio. So I'm pulling 15 to 12 on the E, pull off, 13 on the B, and then back up to 15 on the E. Incidentally, when I do that, those last two notes I do it with a single down sweep. Then you take the whole thing and move it just down 1 fret, like that, like that. So those notes are 14, 11 on the E, pull off, 12 on the B, and then finishing up on 14 on the E. Then we got that E minor arpeggio again, pulling off 15 to 12 on the E, then 12, 12 on the B and G, and then the higher inversion, that's pulling off 19 to 15 on the E, 17 on the B, 16 on the G, and then finishing off with the very last thing is just a 2 fret bend on the first string from the 22nd fret up to, well, 2 fret bend, so 22nd fret up to the 24th. So that last bit, like that, and that's the whole sequence. Hope you had fun learning this one. Take your time with it, be patient, take it nice and slowly to begin with. I really encourage you to use the metronome when you're once you've got these things under your fingers, and gradually build up your speed over time. Have fun.